Good morning, students. Today we are talking about green skills. The first topic we are going to study is environment. What is exactly the environment? See, everything that surrounds us compromises environment. Living beings, flora, fauna, non-living things, vegetation, even the climate and the natural resources, all this consists the environment. Now, the environment consists of the particular natural surrounding in which we live or exist. That means everything that surround us come under the environment, whether it's a physical or the weather conditions. Weather conditions, the environment exactly in which weather we are putting up. Now coming to relationship between the society and environment. Society क्या है पहले वो समझते हैं. The society is a group of people that living together, right? Now how the society and environment depend upon each other. See, if a group of people believe that rivers are sacred, then all people belonging to that group will resonate the practices that support their belief. If a group of people believe that killing of animal is a heinous crime, the people in that community will reflect it in their behavior, shaping their relationship. But if a group of people is greedy and is concerned to accumulate wealth, their actions will echo their mindset and will have an adverse effect on the environment. Let me tell you what they exactly want to say is, if we are a person who believe that rivers are the sacred ones, so we will try to preserve our rivers, right? So in this way, how the society is treating environment is the same way environment will treat the society. If we are keeping our rivers as a sacred one and the clean one, then the environment in return will give us the clean water. As said early, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The same is true in the case of the society and the environment. To fulfill our greed, we are exploiting the resources nature has given us, while nature has its own way to show its fury. That means if we are exploiting the environment, then the nature is giving us back the same thing in the form of global warming, climate change, and other man-made disaster, other natural disasters like earthquake, tsunami, everything. Now we are going for the factors that are causing the imbalance in our ecosystem. The first factor is the deforestation. We all know deforestation is the cutting of trees. So, to overcome this challenge, more and more houses are built in hilly regions due to which trees are cut. Also, in order to maintain the lifestyle, lot of forests have been cut with increasing deforestation problem related to climate change has risen in past few decades. For with this, many birds and other animals are getting extinct, right? Now, second point, degradation of land and soil erosion. See, with the problem of deforestation, the soil erosion and degradation of land quality has increased. It is also leading to the problem of herbivorous animals causing concern of their extinctions. Many animal species found in mountain are losing their habitat because of which their existence is becoming difficult. So if we are degrading our trees, we are degrading of land, then the animals are facing the problem, they are getting extinct. Over exploitation of resources. Now what is over exploitation? Using anything to a limit, to an extent, that is the over exploitation. Now we are talking about the resources here. So we as a human are using the resources and using that much that they are getting extinct. To satisfy our needs, we are not only using the resources available to us, but we are exploiting them as well. We generate tons of waste due to overusage of resources, making it difficult for ourselves to breathe fresh air. So, you are seeing what kind of problem we are creating for ourselves. The natural resources that take millions of years to form are being used at a rampant rate by us, that is not only causing pollution but will make the life of the future generation also difficult. That means we are using that much resources, even even that much, like they are not getting producing in that rate, and we are using them in an excess rate. So this is the over exploitation of resources. Fourth point is industrial and atmospheric pollution. Now the rising number of industry is causing the pollution, like air pollution, water pollution, and there is one more way they are dumping their waste is landfills. Now, what is landfills? They are digging the land and filling that waste in the land and then filling it back. Like this is the landfills. Faulty mining practices. What is faulty mining practices is, let us go and study, like in the agricultural land and forest land, we are creating stockyards, railway track, roads, etc. That means the land that can be used for the agricultural purpose or the forest purpose, we are using that land to create the railway tracks, to create the roads, and this is the faulty mining practices. Sixth one is e-waste generation. In e-waste generation, like as the amount of technology and the gadgets has risen up, so is the e-waste. Now, what is the e-waste? The waste that is generated from the technology and gadgets. We are coming to the point natural resource conservation. That means how we can conserve our natural resources. First is the air conservation. See, every individual can also contribute in preserving the quality of air by adopting eco friendly ways, like using public transport or carpooling, using of electric vehicles that run on natural gases rather than petrol or diesel, pollution check must of vehicles and maintenance of vehicles at regular interval are few ways in which we can ensure that air pollution is reduced. Now, water conservation. What is water conservation? Like we know there is a scarcity of water. Scarcity means that there is a lack of water, pure water. How we can conserve that? Rainwater harvesting is a one way, and the other one is we can reuse our water. Reuse of water means that we can recycle our water and reuse, not for the drinking purpose but for the other purposes. Corresponding ensuring that the marine life is not disturbed due to the improper waste management will also contribute in preserving quality of water. About 70% of our planet consists of water, and if this water is contaminated in any form, it will be as good as not having any water to support life on earth. Now, land conservation. Land conservation means promoting afforestation and discouraging deforestation. That means growing more plants. This will help promote other life forms to survive and help them to maintain the ecosystem. And the what is the second one is the improve in the quality of soil. See, if there is a improvement in the quality of soil, then the health factor of the citizens or the society will get increased. We are jumping up to the topic of the 4 R's over here, using the 4 R's: refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and the upcycle. See, if we have studied about reduce, reuse, and recycle, let us come to the refuse topic. Refuse is directly saying no to something. See, if we are saying no to plastic bags, that means we are refusing to the usage of the plastic bags. Now, reduce is to limit the use of something, not to properly say no, to limit it, right? Now, coming to the topic, upcycle is a new concept where an old used material is modified and a new product is created to share with the needy and the interested people. That means upcycle is a new concept where we have the old materials and we modify that and get it to a new product, and then we share these new product with the needy and the interested people. Now, coming to the energy conservation. What is energy conservation? Saving energy, right? Conservation of energy means to conserve these resources and use alternative sources of energy to meet our needs, such as wind, solar, wave energy. Using air condition with door closed, not keeping the door of refrigerator open for too long, keeping the lights and fans switched off while not in use, switching off main plugs, power of TV, computer and other gadgets, using public transport or carpooling are some practices that we can adopt in our daily life to conserve energy. This is our second last topic, green economy and its importance. See, first we have to understand what the economy means. Economy is directly related to the country, right? How much earning is it going in that country? How much wealth is there? So, economy, we understand what is the green economy. Green economy says to maintain the resources, to to have less exploitation of the resources, to conserve the land, to conserve the energy, all these, and maintaining all these factors. In a green economy, growth in employment means to providing more jobs to the person. Growth in employment and income are driven by public and private investment into such economic activities, infrastructure, and assets that allow reduce carbon emissions. That means everything is going on the proper scale. Now, what they are looking for, like there will be less carbon emission, less pollution, enhanced energy, and resource will be used efficiently. Prevention of the loss of biodiversity and ecosystem services. Green economy will help maintaining resources for present use as well as for the future generation. This was the sustainable development goal, right? We know all this, that we want to preserve the resources for ourselves also and for the future generation also. Now, green economy says while also ensuring that more employment and investment options are created to promote economic growth of the country. That means we are keeping in mind for the resources one, but we are also promoting our economic growth of the country. As I said, this was the second last topic. Now going to the last one. Here is the chart, and this one is the most important one. See, what is the sustainable development goals? Before coming to it, let us move to the sustainable development problems so that we can switch to the goals one. What are the problems we are facing? Population, poverty, unending wants, lack of awareness and sensitivity, unemployment, loose ends in the execution of policies, issues of climate change, right? All these are the problem. Now, what are the goals? Goals are zero hunger, that means no one die with the hunger. Good health and well being, no poverty, quality of education, clean water and sanitization, clean energy, climate action, responsible consumption production, reduce inequalities, industry innovation and infrastructure, sustainable cities and communities, gender equality, decent work and economic growth, life on land, life below water, peace, justice, strong institutions, partnership for the goals. Now, why the sustainable development is important? Why we need a sustainable development in our society? See, for the judicious utilization of resources, availability of green resources for present as well as for future generation, increased economic growth, balancing of available resources, combating the environmental problems. Now, sustainable development promotion. How we can promote our sustainable development? Harmony with nature, good governance, creating healthy economic and social viable society, efficient use of science and technology, all human beings as equal. What are sustainable development? In this we have studied 4 hours. I know you must be knowing right now what are the 4 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, and the fourth one is refuse. Right? So, with this, we are over with this chapter. This was the easiest one. Easiest one.